Hello everyone, and welcome back to EVE Online. I'm Jason, and this time around I've decided that I'm going to try to finish up the Caldari Epic Mission Arc, Penumbra. So I'm about halfway through it already. This is just stuff I had done well before I started doing these videos. And I'm going to pull up the current mission here. Preemptive opportunities. Yeah, basically I need to go to a certain place and blow something up and do it within about 6 hours and get a reward. Yeah, 15 million ISK is pretty decent for a mission. I'm used to getting like 4 or 5 million because I, Care Bear in high sec all the time. So, oh, that's cute. So this is my paladin. I don't think I showed it to you last time around. Here's the fittings for it. 4 megapulse laser 2s, a bunch of large remote armor repairs, which you'll get to see in action in a bit. Afterburner. I love afterburners. Weber, a pair of tracking computers, a bunch of heat sinks, and energized adaptive nanomembranes, a large energy burst aerator, and a large processor overclocking unit. Believe it or not, I am pushing the CPU on this thing beyond its limits. So, you'll also get to see my alt character, Karan, come in, and I'll warp her in right now. I don't think you'll actually be able to see it when I alt-tab over to her, but you'll be able to see her ship. So, start locking the frigates, because I want to try to pop those while they're still at a distance. Takes forever for a battleship to lock onto a frigate. There we go. Let's start popping them. I can usually one-shot a frigate, especially if I have my tracking computers switched to giving me boosts to tracking. Okay, and lock orbit afterburner for Karan, and she'll start remotely supporting Calvin, and have that happen the other way around as well, because ever since they changed it in EVE so that NPCs will actually switch targets, I've had to have sort of a spider support setup going on, spider armor repping. What that is where you have multiple ships that are armor repping each other in some sort of system. Yeah. Which is actually really cool. I'd love to do that with more ships, but, it's just... I don't exactly have a lot of fleet support in this game yet. Let's see here. I'm just kind of blowing things up at distance. And it's rather handy, as I've got 2 indicators for how Karan's defenses are doing. Karan is in a Guardian, fitted up with 4 remote armor reps, 2 remote energy transfers, and a remote tracking booster. So... Oh boy, and here comes more baddies. Not a problem though. Should actually start going towards some of these, so I can start blowing them up more effectively. Oops, I do not want to use radio on this close of a range. This close of a range, I want conflag. And there's my low shield indicator, which is not a problem since I'm doing armor tanking. Oh, yeah, I do actually want to show off one of the cool things that I can do with this ship. Switch up tracking speeds, and that popped pretty quick. I'll do the same to this one. So, good deal. Alright, tracking is at maximum. Okay, let's see if I can still do this. Multi-frequency, let's get within range. Come on. 12 clicks. 10 clicks. There we are, 9 clicks. Okay. Webbing. I can pop frigates with my battleship guns. I'm very proud of this. Just gotta get within 10 clicks so I can web them and kill their velocity. Yep. Pop that one. And pop that one. Very proud of that. So as you can see, Karan's taking a bit of a beating, half shields, but again, armor tanking, so not really worried. I tend to prefer to use Tech 1 ammos because for lasers, the Tech 2 ammos are actually consumable. And I'm not terribly fond of, well, consumable anything. Whoa, I was webbing Karan. That's really bad of me. Oops. Pay attention to what you're doing, Jason. Good. That was really bad of me. But yeah, I can get the tracking up really high on these mega pulse lasers. So with all this maxed out tracking, it's just over 0.8 to 0.08, which is insane. I mean, that's like almost frigate level. It's still a battleship gun, so no matter how high I get the tracking, it's still not gonna track quite. It's not gonna hit quite as well as a frigate. But yeah, it's solid. Here we are. Spider drones. Now, I'm not actually sure if I can take out spider drones. I'm getting a little bit of lag when things load in. Slightly annoying, but nothing I can't handle. So, I'm not sure if I can actually hit spider drones, because some of the smaller and faster stuff can still outmaneuver my my guns. So I'm gonna switch over to range boosts, and oops, the spider drones are coming in really fast. Damn, couldn't get them. I'm actually not gonna try to use my guns on the spider drones. I'm going to use my own drones and just web these things, because spider drones are hell of annoying. They web me, I web them. And just kind of cruising along. So I finished getting every Tech 1 item that I've got a blueprint for on the market. It's like just under 500 orders. It's a lot. I mean, I've got a ton of stuff, and I've actually started producing some Tech 2 stuff. Tech 2 frequency crystals for lasers. Oops. Yeah, I guess my drones are fine. And so I'm gonna start producing those. Getting all that stuff together. And yeah, you know, nothing terribly fancy or anything. I've done Tech 2 production before. I don't tend to for two reasons. One, production times are insane. They take forever. I mean, it's insanely long. I could trim that down if I set up my starbase to build this stuff, but the problem then is I have to schlep materials between my starbase and my station. And even though they're in the same system, it takes a really damn long time. It's better than it used to be because when I'm within the starbase's shield, I can transfer stuff around within all of the different facilities in the starbase, which was a real pain in the butt using a freighter before, but it's still time-consuming to, actually get my freighter out there. And since it's active time versus passive time, that's really annoying. So I don't tend to be terribly fond of doing that. Let's see, and oh boy, there's even more of them. Alright. And they're all frigates too. Fine, I will start shooting at this logistics center. So anyways, I don't tend to do that just because it's really annoying. My production, I want to be as passive as possible. And actually what I've been doing is I've been training Karan up in some of the skills to produce some Tech 2 stuff. Eventually I'll get her able to research Tech 2 stuff, but that'll take a little bit of time. Because what I want to do is get Calvin out and about doing things why did those armor reppers shut off? Doing things in nullsec and in lowsec, so that I can be, a little bit more footloose and fancy-free, as it were, doing other things than just production. I mean, production is awesome. I love having that production. The passive income is great. I'm pulling in about 30 mil a day for like 20 minutes of work. Now, yeah, there's more efficient uses of my time for that, but honestly, considering that it's a passive income, that that 20 mil is only to sustain it. I could easily let my market orders sit right now and do nothing and continue to make 30 mil every day in profit. And I'm getting lots of lag. Okay, so let's see if I can fix that. I've got the graphic settings up pretty high, but I've never really had issue with it before. I may need to tweak it though, so we'll see. And this logistics center has a lot of hit points. I don't know what's going to happen if I blow it up nearby me. We'll see. But regardless, either way, I'd like to get Calvin doing more stuff than just production. And what I'd really like to do, actually, is get into some nullsec stuff, especially, anything involving capital ships. I mean, I am training, you can see right here, I am training jump drive operation to level 5 right now, which will give me some basic capacity on that. Now, the intention, though, is actually to train Black Ops, because what I really want to do is to be able to slink around nullsec without having to, worry about blockades and stuff like that. That stuff just... I hate dealing with player control on things, because it's like I have to get approval on everything. There's going to be costs associated with it. It's a pain in the butt. I don't want to deal with that. So what I'd like to do is see if I can find some ass end nowhere out of the way part of nullsec to just try to do stuff and set up a few cargo containers in space or something like that, and just have them go out there and store loot in them and maybe do some mining and I don't know, find a place where I can just kind of mess around. Have fun my style. And not have to deal with players all that often, which, is perfect for any of the covert ops ships because they're all cloaking and stuff. Now, granted, a Black Ops can't use a covert ops cloak, which is sad because I love the warp wheel cloaked function, but it's got a lot of other bonuses to it, and it can apparently actually go faster well, cloaked, then not cloaked if your skills are high enough, because you get this massive 125% velocity bonus when you per level with a Black Ops ship, and that gets up to a 600% velocity bonus when cloaked. So if you do the math, which I'm actually pulling out a calculator right now, so 0.25 times 6 is 1.5. Max skills, you're actually going 50% faster cloaked than not cloaked. Now, most people are not going to have max skills with a Black Ops, so 0.25 times, well, let's do level 4. That would be 4.75. Something's wrong with my math. Hold on. 4 times 1.25 is 5. Okay. Duh. Oh, so, wait, something was wrong with my math. 0.25 times 5. 6.25. Okay, so, times 0.25. Sorry. 1.5625. That's how much faster a max skilled Black Ops is going. So, and then 5 times 0.25 is 1.25. So at level 4, you're still going faster. And then 3 times 1.25 is... got more warping in. Cruisers. Cruisers are easy. See, and this gives you an idea on how casually I do missions, that I can, punch numbers like this while doing a mission. I don't really worry about it because of the setup that I have. I mean, 3 remote armor wrappers on the support vessel. I feel like I need more because the support vessel is softer than the paladin, but it's hard to tell. I mean, these aren't... I mean, I'd like to boost up the armor resistances on the Guardian, but then I might compromise the ability for the Guardian to be fully self-sustaining. The Paladin is not self-sustaining, hence the 2 energy transfer arrays on the Guardian. So, but anyways, just going back to the calculation here for Black Ops. So, 375%... Actually, am I doing my math wrong here? I think I'm doing my math wrong. I'm just thinking out loud here, because a 100% speed boost would double. A 200% speed boost would triple. I'm doing my math wrong. Gosh darn it. Alright, so... I can't think right now. Oh, wait a minute. It's all the penalties. No, I'm doing my math right. So 3.75 times 0.25. So at 3rd level, you're at a 93%. You're just over 93%, or almost 94. Let's see what's in here. Antibiotics. Woot, I can sell stuff. So, at 3rd level, getting anything to level 3 is a piece of cake. I have this habit of regularly checking my market to see what's going on. Each level of a skill is about 5.5 times longer to train than the previous level. I actually did the math on this. It varies a little bit from skill to, from level to level, but it's roughly 5.5 times longer. So if you've got a level that takes an hour, the next level is going to take 5.5 hours roughly, and the level behind that is going to take a little over 30 hours. So it's in here. Interesting. Loot that. I don't remember if that was actually part of my mission. So, set destinations, the agents... I'll just give you guys a good look at the Guardian here. Guardian's a sweet ship. It's the Amar Logistics Cruiser, and has some insanely good bonuses to armor repping and energy transferring. So, but yeah, that's... 2 Tech 2 ships supporting each other. It's a little crazy. Anyways. I don't know if I actually needed to pick that up. I guess I'll find... Oh, I didn't even have distance on. Jeez, that was silly of me. Now... that's strange. Why is that? See, Calvin is lagging, but Karan isn't lagging at all. And the lag goes away when I minimize Karan, so I'm thinking it's just I'm using too much resources, system resources. Why did I go back and... I've gotten into such a habit of checking my market all the bloody time. Oy vey. And go fig me, I forgot to actually set a timer on recording this. So, I'm thinking what I'll do is I'll just record this in one massive session and break it up into chunks manually, and with you know, interruptions for any sort of long travel and stuff like that. So, oh good, I'm losing the whoops, I accidentally warp scrammed my teammate flag. So, but yeah, I really want to get the Black Ops. I've also done some fitting calculations for a, I think it's a Redeemer, the Amar Black Ops. That's the only battleship skill I've got trained to 5. So I can only one I can use Black Ops with. So I've done some calculations, and I can actually fit 4,000 cubic meters of space in one if I, you know, load it down with cargo expanders and stuff. Brain think. I have to use the Redeemer for transport because I don't have a third account to be able to use a blockade runner, a covert ops transport or industrial ship that would be able to jump through. I'm only going to have Calvin, my main character, in a Black Ops, and my alt in what I'd like to get her to is a strategic cruiser, and that would take an extra week of training from what I've already got. But, I mean, it all works out, I think. Okay, and complete mission. Sweet. Okay. Gonna interrupt the recording for a quick moment here. You might notice it.